I think that's good. You want to do it or not?
Fuck me, can't. Oh, whatever, Jesus. What's going on, faggots?
Welcome.
Yeah, this is a podcast that we fucking made. I don't know what you want from us, alright?
It's gonna get better as we go on.
Well, that's what we're hoping. We don't really give a fuck, but...
No, I need to get used to being on camera, that's it.
I just don't give a shit. I don't care.
Alright, so, yeah, we'll start this off.
Alright, well, you know what? You know what I reckon we should do first? First, I reckon that we should get a little bit of insight on how we became one. Basically.
Everyone that's watching is our mates, but on the odd occasion that someone is going to watch that's not our mate, I'm Aaron.
I'm Harrison.
And we're the maddest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, basically, alright, fuck it. Let's just say how we met. Now, I remember I was in year 8. We were in the same PE class and shit. And,
Look at me.
Why? Alright, whatever. Listen, alright? So we were in the same PE class, right? And you were just kind of sitting in the echo. And you were just kind of sitting there. And you seemed really upset, and I'm like, huh, that guy looks weird. So I went up and said hi, and then you're like, oh, hi, and then we said something, and then we both laughed, I think, and then now we're friends. That's
So
how
I was having a panic attack,
Oh, yeah.
and Harry came up to me and he's like, hey, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm okay. And he's like, oh, I mean, if you're not okay, like, you can tell me. I'm like, yeah, I'm alright. And then, essentially, we've been friends from there ever since. So we had, I think this year's the only year since year 8 that we haven't had a class together.
Yes.
Because year 8 we had sport. Year 9 we had boot camp Viscom, and now we don't have anything.
Viscom is essentially when we started this as well, isn't that right, Aaron?
Correct.
Good answer. Alright, cool. So,
I can get up to date if you want.
get on a date.
I can get up to date.
I mean, you just marry me, idiot.
You would love that one.
Oh, fuck off, idiot. Listen.
Okay.
Alright.
So we
notes, you fucking idiot.
29th of November 2018, third period on a Viscom. On a Thursday in Viscom.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that very well because, believe it or not, I'm the one that actually came up with this idea.
Harry looked at me and he was like, hey, we should start a podcast. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
That is the best idea I've ever heard.
Probably because we just didn't do anything that whole lesson and kept talking to each other. We thought, good work. So we just kind of did it. It took us 4, 5, actually probably 7 months. So, yeah, now we're here.
It took us 5 months, you idiot.
No, because it's 5th now, you fucking tired.
6 months. Well.
Yeah, because I'm the best at counting.
So, we have an outline of what we're going to talk about. Do you want to just get that started?
Which one do you reckon we do first?
You dropping away?
Alright, so, okay. So this one time, one of our mates, right? Solid bloke.
Can you explain the story properly?
We were in PE. Okay?
Who? Explain who?
My mate's
Explain.
Jaden.
Okay.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not the best at storytelling. We can both get that out of the way. Now,
Well, try to get it done properly.
shut the monk. Now, okay, we were in PE, and our teacher was like, right, we're going to go to the gym. So we went to our little gym that we've got in the school, and, you know, we were just kind of doing stuff there. And then, because I'm a dickhead, I was sort of looking at the weights, saying, I reckon I could lift that one. But little did I know that our good friend Jaden took off the weights on one side of the weight thing.
Bench.
Yeah, bench press. And it had fallen on my big toe. 11 kilos. Remember it very well because it was very swollen and it hurt a lot. And I was like, ah! And then I went home. And that was good because I went home. I didn't have to go to school. School shit. You all know that.
What happened when, what happened when you went home?
Well, fuck, I had to put ice on it. And then I kept looking at it like, that's getting a bit black. And
Do you have a
Still
photo
is
of it?
actually.
Did you take a photo of it?
Why would I take a photo of it? Who do
I
you
don't
think
know.
I am?
Because I didn't actually. How long did it take to heal?
Oh mate, it's actually like half of it's still black.
Really?
That's it. The nail hasn't even come off.
You want to take off your shoe? Show me. Give me a little quick peek.
Cokey, whatever you say, you fucking monkey. Look at that. Epic. Look at that shit.
Oh, you know.
That's about as black as the slaves were. Well, you could just take the camera. Yeah, that's cool too.
Oh, I
That's
could
what-
just take the camera, eh?
That's what everyone does, mate. You know.
Look at this.
I've been wearing
This
a
is
strong
big
all
toe.
day, so drink here.
That is manky.
You're manky, you fucking whore.
That is disgusting, bro.
You disgusting.
I don't think I've seen any. Oh.
Yeah, well, you getting stung by an ant wasn't the prettiest sight I've ever seen as well. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
talk about
but-
that next.
My scars are gone.
Keep it boiling.
So, does it still hurt or is it just black?
No, it's just black. It's pretty funny.
When did it stop? Like, how long did it take for it to stop hurting?
Like, I don't know, actually, probably a day.
A day.
Like, the next
That's
day I woke up
weird.
and I was like, oh, that hurt a bit, but then... Actually, no, it was probably more like a couple days, because it kept hurting sometimes when I'd walk. Other times it was fine, but then sometimes it'd just be like, oh, pain.
That's so weak.
You're weak, right? You can... What's your fucking PR and bench press, mate?
60 for 4, beat it.
60 for 4. Mate, I don't go to the... Well, actually, clearly I do. Look at that shit, mate.
Oh,
I just
shit.
do go to the gym, really.
Alright,
Yeah, so...
Are we going to talk
Let's
about...
talk about you getting stung by an ant, because you're a fucking idiot.
Alright, so... One day, we're all fucking around near the Oval in our school. It's like, there's like concrete, or like a road, and then there's a hill going down to the Oval. And we're just chilling on the hill, because our mate Tony, he's Asian, he was doing slav squats everywhere and it was funny. And he like ran across the Oval to go do it on some tree trunk. And I'm like, Tony! Tony! And he couldn't hear me, so I got someone to call him. As soon as I went to press call, oh, I just felt the worst pain in my ankles. I was like, oh no, oh shit, and I start running to the road, and I'm just like, I picked off my shoe and I threw it. I'm like, oh no, something happened, and I looked back and it looked like a spider. There was some black thing on my ankle. It was disgusting, and I didn't want to see it because I'm scared of spiders. And I'm like, Harry, you need to get something to flick it off. I was in so much pain. And then Harry, the idiot, he grabs a root and he's just like, yo, what can I whip with?
Probably a whip. Like the slaves.
He grabs the root and he's like, I'm trying to get it off. I'm like, hurry up, bro. He's like,
Well, actually, in my defense, I was trying, so...
you try to whip it off my ankle.
Hey, yeah, because it's my fault that ants are weird.
So he's whipping my ankle. I'm like, no, it's not good. And he's like, Jaden, you do it. So my friend Jaden, did he pick it up with his fingers?
Yeah, he's big and strong. He's scary. He probably scared the ants.
It got stuck in my socks. So he picked up one of my fingers and stomped on it. But the first time he stomped on it, it didn't break. Like, it didn't die. So he had to like... Eventually it died. And I'm like, oh, it still hurts. And, alright. You know when you jar your fingers and then like you
I
think
have
it's...
jarred my fingers
Yeah,
once.
you,
Yeah, that
you know when
hurt.
you like fuck up your fingers?
It did
And then
hurt.
you think it's both fingers? But then
Yeah,
you like move
actually,
it around
that's
and it's
accurate.
only one? That's what I thought it was on my
Yeah.
ankle.
One time I got my hand caught in the screen door and it actually hurt a lot. This was when I was like 3 or 4. Maybe even 5. I can't remember. I just remember doing like this and then it closed on me and I was like...
Yeah, there's this place. There's this place in Rosewood, yeah. It's called like Lazy. It's like off-brand Lazy Rose. And I went to go to the toilet, and then my thumb got caught in the door. But it was a door that shut like that. No, it was a door that opened like that, and somehow my thumb got caught in there. So like, there's a wall. The door was like that on my thumb, and when my dad, I was like crying. My dad comes, he's like, I'm not helping you. You're an idiot. And my uncle, I think that's what happened. I think
You're a fucking idiot.
It's either my dad helped me or my uncle helped me. But someone helped me out of that thing because I was crying. My thumb was jammed. Oh, it was a bad time.
One time I got my... Actually, 2 times
And
I
then-
got my fingers caught in the door of a car.
Where we had to take like a photo outside, and because they gave me bandages to my thumb, and I was just in the photo like this. I need to find the photo. It was so funny.
Yeah. One time, I was about to get in my car. Not my car, my dad's car. And because I'm an idiot, somehow I managed to get my finger, I forgot which hand it was, a couple fingers jammed in the door. And I was just kind of screaming. And then I was like to my brother, I'm like, "Open the door!" He's like, and he opened it, and I just kind of looked at him, and they were all red.
I don't think I've ever got.
I was also 7, I think, so I can't remember
I think
much.
I was like 5 when I got my finger jammed. I don't think I've ever closed the door with my fingers. I know my sister has.
So what an idiot.
Yeah, but it's like all the bad shit that happens with cars. It happens to my sister. Like on the freeway, we're going to dancing, and like a big truck drove past, and rocks went in like the window, smacked her in the chest, bro. She started crying. And then we're on the freeway, and this paper bag came and smacked her in the face and came out. It was like a plastic bag. What were we talking? Alright.
Oh yeah, you got stung by it.
So you know when you
go.
When you jar your finger and you think it's 2 fingers, but it's only 1. I thought that was what it was like with my ankles. So then I looked down at this one.
That's how it works.
There's one right there, and he's still biting. I'm like, oh no. And then Jaden picked it up. He threw it. I was in so much pain. I was like contemplating, should I go home or should I just tough it out for the day? And then I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm going home, bro. I'm going home. So then Jaden picked me up. Oh no, he didn't pick me up at first. We're trying to walk. Mind you, I was walking around the school barefoot, not barefoot, with socks on.
With socks on.
Because I got Harry to carry my shoes because I thought there were ants in there.
Yeah, little bitch.
And then we got halfway. I'm like, I can't walk anymore. And then people looking at me because I had only socks on. And Jaden's like, you know what? He just picks me up and takes me. So in the middle of the hallway, we catch up with our principal. He's like, you boys alright? I'm like, no, Sam. I'm like, no, sir. I got tagged in by ants. And he's like, what? I'm like, I just need to go to sick bay. And then we're in the sick bay office, and for the duration of the time, I was just freaking out when you were there.
That's
I was like panicking, and then I started shaking a lot. They had to put ice on it, and then you boys went, and I was like, it started getting really swollen. And then because I was sweating, I was shaking, I was swollen. I thought I was having an allergic reaction, so they called an ambulance. They called up my dad first, and they're like, yeah, you got stung by ants. My dad's like, yeah, I'll come pick him up. She's like, she hung up the phone and she's like, oh, your dad's coming. 20 minutes later, she's like, I'm gonna call an ambulance. She calls my dad and she's like, do you think I should call an ambulance? My dad's like, no, I'll be there like 10 minutes. And she's like, I'm gonna call an ambulance. So she does the ambulance.
Dumbass.
I know. They overreacted so bad.
I want to say my side of that story.
Go
So,
ahead.
okay, because obviously I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I was just kind of sitting there, and he was like screaming. He's like, "Hurry, help me!" And so I just kind of turned around, and I'm like, "This guy's doing like a little dance or something." And then I looked at his leg, and I'm like, "Oh, that looks pretty big." So I ran over, and I'm like, "What do you need help with?" He's like, "Get it off me!" So I grabbed a root, and because I don't know, I just started smacking it, and yeah. So then I had to balance him out because he's like that, right? And so I had to like balance him, and then our mate Jane just kind of picked it up. But he steps on it, and he lifts his foot up, and it just crawls. So he's like, like he just starts like stepping on it and shit, and then it becomes like a puddle of just nothing, not even a puddle. And then yeah, it was pretty funny because you were crying. Well, no, you weren't crying.
I wasn't crying.
You were just really,
verge of tears.
you were just really scared.
It hurt so much.
We went to the sick bay, and I just kind of looked at him, and he looked really like he just looked scared.
I was scared.
He was like this.
I remember having the thought because
it was like he had Tourette's.
Because a few days before we were talking about my nunu and how he didn't know he was gonna die, and then I was like in hospital. He went to the hospital for like a checkup. He didn't know he was gonna die, and then I was just thinking, I don't want to get into it. I get sad, and I was just sitting there. I was thinking, what if I'm gonna die? Like I don't know if maybe this is my last day on earth because I got bitten by an ant. What a shitty way to die. And then that made me panic. Somehow, I don't know why I thought about it.
Yeah, when my toe got squished by 11 kilos, I just kind of thought, damn, I hope this doesn't last very long.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It lasted long. The ice did not help. The ice made it worse, actually.
Really?
How so? Because it just hurt to put ice on it. Like it was like wrapped around it, and it was just it didn't make it worse. It just felt really cold, and I was like, I don't like being cold. So every time I just kept kind of chucking it off, and then I'm like, it still hurts. So then I put ice on it, and then got cold again. It's just kind of just like a cycle of me being like, fuck off! Yeah.
Let me elaborate, hold on. Are we going for 30 or 45? Because we're halfway through.
Mate, I'm not fucking Father Time. I don't know what you want from me.
Try 30.
Next story!
Next podcast we'll go 45. We'll do this one 30 each. I reckon, because it's our first one. So,
yeah.
Continuation. These cunts come in and they're like checking my heartbeat and shit. They're like, alright, we're gonna come to the children's because you look like you have an allergic reaction. I'm like, okay. I was getting really sleepy. And then I got up, tried to walk, and I was walking like this. I was like, so it took me like 5 minutes to get to the ambulance. And I'm looking around like, I really hope no one sees this, like sees the ambulance, because like I'm going to the hospital for an ant bite. Like how stupid does that sound?
Yeah, that's
going to the hospital for an ant bite.
Seemed like a bitch.
I did seem like a bitch. But then so they put me in the ambulance and my dad comes. He didn't even get to like say hello to me. He was like, they were like telling him the story, and then I'm just like, hello father, and they're like, do you want to get in the back? He's like, no, I'll just drive there. So we got in there, the two guns drive, and there was this one trainee in the back. He was so fun, and we were just talking. We were talking about like what I want to do, stuff, and I started to get really sleepy. So I went to like take a nap, and he's like, no, don't take a nap. I'm like, he's like, do you have games on your phone to play a game? So we started playing a game. He was mad. And then
sounds like a little 7-year-old.
I started gym around then, and I'm like, oh, it's Wednesday. I'm gonna skip legs. He's like, oh, that's pussy.
Which is our word of the day, and probably the only word of the day we'll ever do.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Pussy.
Another term for a cat. Now.
And then went to the children's, and they were sat around for a bit, and they come out and they're like, we have nothing we can do about ant bites, but we can give you an icy pole. So out of that whole experience, I got a lemonade icy pole. It was like a hydrolyte though, it didn't taste good. It tasted shit.
Hey man, you got a free icy pole. Hard-working citizens have to pay for theirs, and you get one for free. Don't ever take that shit for granted!
The packet's still in my dad's car. And then they the school gave us gave me ice packs, and then I never gave it back to them because I just forgot. They're in my bag, actually. I would go get it, but it would be a boring time for you.
And also the people that are watching, well, 2 people.
Alright, so
what can we talk about now? Let's talk about the death of Fortnite, because my brother actually plays it, and I want to kick him every time I see him play it. Haha.
I started playing Fortnite when it first came out, or before seasons, I know that. And then I played a few games. I'm like, this is fucking terrible. I hate this.
It was.
It was terrible.
I dislike it now.
And then season 1 came out, hated it. Season 2 came out, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it that much. Went away, skipped the whole season, came back. It was like the end of season 2. I'm like, okay. And then season 3 rolled around. This is when I started to enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Yes, I see.
But this is when me and Sam would play with his friends.
Yes.
It's either his friends or we'd just play on our own.
Yeah.
And he took the game too seriously. I love you, Sam, but like,
what an idiot.
We used to we had the same strat every game. We would go to the factory, we would build a base, and every time we would die, he would get so angry.
Yeah. Oh, I had a mate. Well, actually, I still do have a mate. His name is Matt, right? And me and Matt, right, good friends. We'd play sometimes, and what we'd do is we'd go to the prison, because that was apparently a good spot, and then we'd get shit there, and then we'd cry at the realization that we're still playing Fortnite, and then we'd die, and then the cycle would repeat itself again. It's a good man.
He's
very...
I'm looking back, like, every time.
He's a bit of bitch. Bitch. I swear, we're doing this in like a sex dungeon. Do you really not expect there to be a spider here?
Yeah, but...
Shut up, idiot. We live in Australia. This spider's in like our arsehole or something.
So, around season 3 I didn't mind it. Season 4 came around, I got really good.
Good.
So, and then every time I would do some good shit, Sam would call me a tryhard. It was a bit... I was like, shut up, bro. I'm just trying to enjoy the game.
Amen.
And then season 5 came around, quit halfway through and never played it again. When did you quit, Harry?
I forgot. I don't really care about that game. I kind of just forgot all the memories about it. Except for one time. Where I won a game and I was like, I won a game. And then, when was the last time I ever remembered anything about that game?
I stopped playing like August. Because I remember the last time I played was my birthday.
I stopped playing it last year. Forgot when. I just kind of stopped. I remember. And then I remember you told me to get what was it? Save the World or some shit. You told me to get Save the World, right? And then you're like, get it. It's so good. So I got it, and then about a week after, you just like, it's shit. I hate it. And I was like, that was a waste of some money.
Yeah, no, I got
And you're like,
really
no,
good
no,
at
no,
it.
no, it's fun.
I got really
And then we started playing Siege.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, I told you get it, and then you got it, and then we had fun.
Yeah, but I got it like
Good story.
August. I think I got it. I first played it Operation Health. I was like an OG. I played it once though.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what I was doing. It was when Old Hereford base was there. I was mad. I experienced it once, but I didn't know what I was doing. I died every time.
Yeah, no shit.
And then
I was so shit.
I downloaded it, but I only played situations because I didn't have enough storage to get the online shit. So then I didn't play it for a solid month, and I got back on it.
You know, because I told you to delete a shit game. I forgot what it was, but I told you to delete it, so.
I deleted Black Ops 3.
Hot! Oh, actually, wait, why the fuck? You have a ton of other games. Why'd you delete Black Ops 3?
Because it's a shit game.
Didn't you have Advanced Warfare?
I love Advanced Warfare.
Dude, the zombies in Black Ops 3 were so good.
Yeah, but Black Ops 3 is just not a good game.
Yeah, but it's a good game. Zombies was fun. I used to play zombies with my mate Mason and Matt.
I'm really into Advanced Warfare just because of the story. The story was so good.
So into Advanced Warfare. That's what you sound like, you fucking bitch.
You do it?
I don't know, do you?
I used to play online, but it was so good. Like I used to play with like really good kids.
Ooh, good.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, sounds like the time of
But
your life.
our games used to go for like a minute because we used to play free for all, and everyone was so fucking good.
I used to play gun game,
And then I never played it again.
and whenever you get demoted, you go back 10. So whenever I demoted people, this was in custom game. Whenever like my friends would demote me, I would always cry.
Really?
No,
Wow.
I just get upset and then yell at them. But then when I demoted
You
them,
sound
they'd be
like
like,
the type of person that would
if you're
cry.
like, stop, no, stop, and then they're like, nah, and then we'd all get mad at each other and then not talk to each other for the rest of the time playing gun games.
Did you
and then we
enjoy
play another
World War
round.
II?
It did alright for its time.
It was
It became
really,
retarded after
it's
a
a
bit.
really good game. It just got boring, I reckon. Like
Yeah.
I have really good
I don't
memories
know.
of it. Because
It
me and
was-
Sam, we used to play. Sorry, go on.
It was fun, but then it was like, meh. So,
Me and Sam used to play gun game all the time,
mm.
and all we used to do was demote people. And then we'd get like messages where like, play the game normal, you retard. Like, I hate people like you. It was so funny.
Oh, dude, I remember when I joined what was it, a game with you in it, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw your name, and I was like,
Wasn't this the first time you talked to Sam?
him? So yeah, I think it was actually.
Yeah, because we used to go on game chat and like say super shit. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
no, I went, like I joined game chat, and I heard him just go, "That's a shit name," and I was like, "Hey,
we had
good
to
stupid
play
video
because
game."
like we saw, I saw Harry and I was like, yeah, let's go on game chat and we'll do the name thing. Because the name thing was, we go on game chat and I'd be like, it's a present. That's a shit name. And then we would just have a big argument on the game chat. And then we did that with we were on Harry's when he came in our game.
Yeah, and I was really confused because I didn't know what was happening.
Confused. And, like he just came in game chat. He's like, all right, boys, I think we should settle down.
Mind you, I didn't know who Sam was. I just thought he was chatting shit to some random bloke online. And I was like, I don't think this is alright. I think I need to just settle this down for a second.
Did you know it was me?
I knew it was you because your name is shit.
Yeah, but how long
good.
after you realised? Because I remember you took
I think
a while to
halfway.
realise.
I think halfway. I was just kind of playing. I was like, oh, it's just fun. And then I saw your name and like a knife. And I'm like, oh, he does tell me he does that. So then I just kept playing. And then I saw your name again. And I'm like, better
Did you
just
like
check game
Infected?
chat. It did okay.
I remember one of the weirdest things